Crew isn't really about just gaming, it's about connecting people, right?
Yeah.
It's about building a community of gamers.
If anybody wants to build a company, if they have a good idea, they have a good enthusiasm and they believe in their own idea, because I 100% believe that if you don't believe in your idea or if you don't respect your own idea, nobody's going to do that out there.
Where do you think SKDIV is heading within the next 5 years, and what's the goal for the future? You know when a tiny idea just refuses to leave your head, and before you know it, you're actually building something that people are using? Well, that's the story of SKDIV. In today's episode, we're pulling back the curtain. How it started, the partnerships that gave it fuel, and what the tools like Crew, Iris, and SKDIV Intelligence really do. Let's dive into it. Welcome back to CREWcasts. I'm Ruchi, and sitting with me is the very person that turned that idea into a whole company, Divyansh. Hi Divyansh, welcome to the show. I'm sure you've heard of CREWcasts before. How's your day been so far?
It's been good. I hope you are having a good day as well. Yes, I did hear about CREWcasts.
I've got a few questions for you today that are pretty open-ended, so the insights that you will share will be quite detailed, and I'm sure our audience will have a great time listening to you.
Yep.
So for the first question, take us back to the beginning. What problem were you trying to solve when SKDIV first came to life, and how did that vision evolve into what it is today?
So SKDIV started after I started one of my first product, which is Crew. So I was I wouldn't say very big, but I was relatively intermediate gaming enthusiast. And one of the problems what I had was I couldn't find anybody to play with. Back then in 2018 or 2017 in India, I purchased like one of the most high-end PCs and everything in Hyderabad. And it was at that time, it was one of the top-notch PCs in entire Hyderabad and most part of India itself. But when I wanted to play a game which I really liked, and I really do play it even now, which is Fortnite, nobody was there. Even today, nobody played that game in India. So I got all the setup. I wanted to stream, but at the end of the day, I couldn't stream or anything just because there was a lack of player availability and all the stuff. So that is when I generated the idea of Crew, where you can make your own crew by coming onto a platform, showcasing your gaming credentials and what you have achievements in a particular game and all that. And that's how you can connect with some officials, some really good credible gamers and stuff, make your gaming skill upskilled as well, and other people's skills, learn from them and give your skills to them and everything. And that is how I generated the idea of Crew. And then once I started Crew, I had this thing that Crew should be a part of something, a big ecosystem. And that is when I incorporated SKDIV as a company, SKDIV Industries Private Limited. And that was back in January of 2024. So, yeah.
So it's been just over a year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a half, yeah.
So I believe Crew isn't really about just gaming, it's about connecting people, right?
Yeah.
It's about building a community of gamers.
Yeah.
So looking back on your journey so far, what do you feel like the biggest turning point has been for you? Like in the sense that the moments that have really shaped SKDIV into what it is today?
So firstly, obviously there are actually lots of like big turning points or like life-changing moments that I had. Some based on the realizations I got from, let's say, an investor or a guidance with what I had in my journey and everything. But one of the things which I'll definitely say is if you want to build a company, if anybody wants to build a company, if they have a good idea, they have a good enthusiasm, and they believe what they want, and they believe in their own idea. Because I 100% believe that if you don't believe in your idea or if you don't respect your own idea, nobody's going to do that out there for you. So it was very simple for me, like some of the insights that I got, whether it's through the partnerships. Like one of the big problems for me when I started was, once I make an application, I'll start generating users, and where will be the server and everything, what will be the server costing and this and that. So obviously these are the things which I got as a rookie, like when I didn't knew anything or whatever. But yeah, one of the investors, like they are not an investor, but they do invest. They had a talk with me. They suggested me that, okay, what you can do is you can partner up with some good companies like Google, Microsoft, and few of them. And that is what I did. And that, I would say, was a very big turning point for me as a person, like a business person, as an entrepreneur, to realize that I can not only do cost cutting in whatever I'm building and everything, but at the same time I don't have to compromise on the quality of the product which I'm putting to the customers out there. So that was definitely a very big turning point, that you have to have a meaningful collaborations and partnerships from big companies which do provide that platform to you.
Yeah, in terms of partnerships, as we all know, they've played a really big role in your growth, and the growth of a company as well. What have they unlocked for you, both practically and strategically?
So as I said, we do have lots of partnerships, if I tell it now, right now.
We name some of the companies.
Yeah, so and I wouldn't say it's like a partnership, it's like a collaboration between us and everything. Some of the companies, definitely, obviously we have Microsoft, we have Google, we have Atlassian, where all of our developers and everything manage their work and collaboration and everything. Plus on top of that, we also have official partnerships for the API for Crew, from Epic Games, Steam, and Xbox, and we are working with some other companies like PlayStation and other prominent gaming companies, because what it does is it gives us access to official API, and what it unlocks is for our users to connect their Crew account with their gaming account or whatever platform they play on, and that way we are able to verify the credibility of a player, not only as a user but also as a person who is joining Crew, and whether they are authentic or not authentic. And that is how we try to make our platform, whether it's Crew or whether it's Iris or whatever partners we have that where we work with, we try to make our platform as authentic and as credible as possible.
This isn't an actual question, but I'm sure I would love to know, and I'm sure our audience will be very interested as well. But where do you think SKDIV is heading within the next 5 years, and what's the goal for the future?
Yeah, so in my idea, so if the audience or you may not know, SKDIV is registered as a software developer company in the domain of lifestyle and entertainment. And in next 5 years, what I want SKDIV to become is only choice, maybe a proprietary choice for anything related to lifestyle and entertainment, because that is one of the most prominent and most impacting domain for the audience, or to reach yourself to a big demographic of people and everything. So yeah, that is where I see SKDIV heading, and one of its product will be Crew, that will be capturing trying to capture the majority part of the gaming business and everything.
Can you tell me more about SKDIV's primary target market?
SKDIV's primary target market, again, anything lifestyle and entertainment related. So that goes from obviously like gaming, entertainment, cinema and all that, to anything lifestyle. So we do it in a way, like we have one of our collaborators, our third-party collaborators, where we do B2B business. He is in Sydney. I think last podcast he was here, and yeah, as you saw, within a couple of months, not even a year, we have not only outreached his platform and his expectations, but at the same time what we did with our platform and all the optimizations and everything is we have actually organically made his website rank #1 in Sydney. And there are few very old legacy companies which are in Sydney as well, and quite close in a vicinity of the TrueCut Barber Studio store. But still, we are beating them in terms of the number of views what we are getting and everything, just because the designers, the developers who work with me in SKDIV, we have a team of 40 to 45 people. And all of those people have been single-handedly selected by myself.
The best of the best.
Yeah, not only the best of the best, what I really value is what attitude does a person carry. If the person is ready to learn and has that enthusiasm in them, then I'm happy to work with them, because I can't change the attitude. If you don't, or if anybody doesn't know how to code, or if anybody doesn't know how to do this or that, I can improve that, but I can't change the attitude. That's not my job. My job is to make people perfect in whatever they do or whatever expertise they carry.
So you did talk a little bit about the demographic. Can you run us through the age demographic, the geographic demographic, like the locations you're specifically targeting, the age, gender, what is the overall target market, and how are you specifically targeting that?
Okay, so to answer that, in terms of SKDIV, like one of the incomplete answers, one of the questions that you asked previously about where I see SKDIV heading in next 5 years, I would say that to add to that, so that I can answer this one, is like last 3 years I have been in Sydney, and I have been in touch with, or have been fortunate enough to meet some very good and knowledgeable people. And all the time they ask me one simple question: we do not see any product that comes from India which is high quality and this and that, and that is still a scarcity today. And even in an Indian perspective, like one thing which I don't understand about the Indian government or what goes on in India is India produces some of the best software engineers in the world. Entire world wants the software engineer from India, but today India is not able to export any software that is being used all across the globe, like Microsoft or any other products. So that is one idea what I have with SKDIV, that I want SKDIV to become a mass exporter of software, not software engineers. I want to build in India and distribute all across the globe. So now coming back to your question, what is my demographic? My demographic is all Western audience, whether it's Australia, whether it's US, whether it's Europe, all Western countries. Plus, on top of that, I also want to target all Asian countries, including obviously India. And even some of our products like Crew had a couple of downloads in China. Nobody cares about China in India. Now, the thing is, with my demographics and everything, I want to target Western audience for the use case of it, for the money generation of it, and for the market expansion of it. Obviously, India is my primary market as well, because obviously it's an Indian product and I want it to be used and distributed in India as well. At the same time, I want to target the Western audience as well. So
how are you reaching those people? How are you getting brand awareness?
Obviously, we started the media marketing as of now. We just recently started doing it. But even before media marketing, our application Crew was downloaded in around 19 countries without any media marketing or whatever. And these 19 countries include the top 3 countries I'll talk about is US, Australia, and India. And we have downloads from China and everywhere as well. So the sad reality, what I see today in Indian software industry is what people want to do today. And like for my English viewers, I'm sorry you might not understand it, but majority of the businesses what do today in India is khana-khilao-paisa-banao.com. What they do is they create applications which does food deliveries or thing deliveries. As a software market in India, most of the businesses are just creating applications which does this e-commerce stuff where you're purchasing things, doing offline and online. And the other sad reality about Indian software market is there is no innovation, there is no creativity. What it is people are just copying what is working outside. And that is both for a business perspective I'm talking about, And also from an investor perspective, I'm talking about, because I have seen lots of investors when I approached them and everything, they were like, okay, this is not happening in India, or this is not happening outside. If it was happening outside, I would have done it. So that's the sad reality. Why can't India be the first place to happen things? That is the question I have. That is the question I raise. And considering the creativity and the innovation or the creative mindset that people carry in India, I'm very saddened to see that India is becoming a hub of corporate slave, a hub of copying outside material, and a hub of just being a shadow or living in a shadow of Western country. That is what India has become.
Majority of the software engineers come from India, but nobody's starting their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe they don't have the resources to start their own thing. Maybe they don't have the...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, resources anybody can have. Like, I do not have.
Then why do you think India is not able to produce their own software companies? Or...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, India targets its own people first. Any company. Let's talk about some of the big companies. Reliance, the Reliance Group, or the Ambani Group, or let's say the Adani Group. These people mostly function or take care of the things in India. They do not expand. I cannot use any application that comes from Reliance Group in Australia or anywhere else. If you go outside India, the application stops working. So that's the thing. That's the sad reality, that the businesses itself do not have that expansion thing or the expansion mindset. They just want to be like, okay, if I'm generating good money, enough money, I should just be in this thing. I don't want to take big risks. I don't want to expand. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And again, there is no creativity. There is no application as of now. Just for an example, an analogy what I would like to give. Today, as you said, India is a software engineering hub. Lots of good quality software, lots of data scientists come from India. ChatGPT, any software, any big generative AI and everything, the cutting edge technologies were developed in outside country by an Indian or somebody. Plus, on top of that, today, there's no gaming company or there's no gaming studio company in India which produces a AAA game title. There's none, because obviously, like, people consider game in a very different perspective in India compared to any Western countries as well.
So each product, Crew, Iris, and SKDIV Intelligence, carries a distinct purpose but a shared philosophy.
Yep.
How do they connect, and what makes them different from what's already out there in the market?
Before I answer those things, I would like to involve you in a discussion. Obviously, you're a computer scientist, or at least you're doing a computer science course. In your perspective, what is AI?
AI simplifies daily human operations.
Yeah. How does it do that? Do you believe in the term artificial intelligence?
No.
Why?
Because intelligence means it has its own sentiments. It can operate on its own. Right? Humans have created technology. Technology has not created us.
I mean, that's a good perspective. I was expecting to say yes, but you're on a right track. And like most of my products, even myself, we are inspired mostly by how Apple does things. And obviously, I do like Apple products. I'm a Swift developer as well. And artificial intelligence, if I have to say it in one sentence, it's a marketing term. Today, there is nothing that exists that is artificially intelligent. And calling something artificially intelligent, that is again relativistic. For me, I might be intelligent, or I might consider somebody intelligent who knows quantum mechanics. But let's say for a Western audience, if somebody is doing 1 + 1, they might consider them intelligent. So that's a different perspective. That's very relativistic. Now, coming back to the AI thing. Even Mr. Steve Wozniak, who was one of the founding members of Apple, even he recently have said in the last 2-3 years that what computer today does is manipulate data more efficiently. So whatever you do in terms of artificial intelligence today, whether you're studying or whether you're utilizing it, what it does is it machine learns. So the machine is just learning, whether it's through a data or whether it's through a large language model, which is again a data set. It is just learning it, and it is just giving you a most predictable output based on the circumstances. What it does not have is it does not have self-consciousness. Today, there is no computer in the world that if you switch it on, it's going to be like what I'm going to do today. There's no computer in the world today that can improvise. If you put it in a situation without any data modulations or anything whatsoever, it can't improvise. If I put you in a situation which you have never experienced before, you can still improvise. You can be what's the best outcome, what I can do here, what's the best outcome, and this and that a computer can't do. If you give that to a computer, that situation, the computer is going to crash. That's simple. So what today artificial intelligence is a marketing term, and a lot of people are using it. And how SKDIV intelligence is different is in the name of it itself, SKDIV intelligence. So it's that SKDIV is making its product and its use case more intelligent. It is not trying to be artificially intelligent, or it's not trying to do or claim that I'm going to do everything by myself. Let's say for Iris, a SKDIV intelligence is unlocked with Iris, and what it does is it extract all the information that is there in your mails or any folder or whatever, and it creates to-do list. And if I have to flex, that was an application that I wanted for myself, and I was like, there are lots of people who might have the same use case. And that's how Iris was born. And that's how SKDIV Intelligence was born. And SKDIV Intelligence also is unlocked on Crew for a couple of things. And one of my favorite things over there is user privacy, user moderation, and how user recommendation takes place in Crew. So obviously we recommend users based on their game stats and everything that we get from official APIs through partnerships and everything what we were able to have. Plus on top of that, anything today, like if you scroll Instagram, for example, you will see content that is explicit or that is not good for people who are below a certain age. Let's say less than a 13-year-old, or less than even an adult, like 15 to 18-year-old, right? But with our platform, we have added video playback moderation, image playback moderation, and any text moderation that is in a public asset. We have even added that. And what it does is it makes the platform more authentic and more safe for audience that are coming from an age that is 13 plus, because our application is considered as a 13 plus application use case, and anybody who is 13 and above can use the applications. And that is why we want to respect that, and that is why we want to bring all these moderation, so that nobody on our platform can ever experience any sort of mental illness or any sort of kind of like offensive things or whatever it might be. And that is how we unlock SKDIV on Crew.
Obviously, we've already touched base with this, but when you think about the future of SKDIV and of AI and the people that are using your tools, what's the biggest impact that you want to create? Not for yourself as a company, but for your audience, for your community, for the people you're creating for.
So let's go with Crew first. So currently there are lots of platforms out there which does one particular thing. The other platform does another particular thing in terms of gaming, obviously. And what we want Crew to become is a proprietary choice for anything gaming, for anybody who wants to start streaming or anybody who wants to just go into gaming. So that is the idea that I have behind Crew. And that is why we have built a Crew mobile application. And to expand that, we are later this year, I have a surprise for all our audience and our users of Crew. We are going to expand the Crew ecosystem by bringing more applications and stuff, which are going to be kind of like a complementary application to the Crew mobile application. So that's just for the Crew. For the Iris, that is a platform that I have generated for SKDIV Intelligence learning and training module. So obviously it will be learning and training and obviously giving the best output, or the to-do list, whatever Iris does. But currently Iris is at consumer level. I want to make Iris more perfect at consumer level. And once I have good meaningful data, once I have good meaningful prediction availability from SKDIV Intelligence, then I want to expand that to an enterprise level. So Iris will be reminding, and Iris will be doing tasks and everything on an enterprise, big corporate level things. So that is my idea with Iris as well.
Do you feel like softwares like this pose a risk to people, in the sense that people become dependent? They lose their ability to think, they lose their ability to operate without a system or a function that helps them operate day-to-day tasks?
What I believe is